I think it was one of the most important and influential journeys I took because I met so many amazing people, so many amazing photographers and, fitness. So much fun until I had this light bulb, ding, ding, like, hey, you can do this for real because you're good at it. And so I thought, okay, let's try it. That's why I also do pictures, because I want to be proud of myself and I want to make sure that I remember who I was and what I have done.
Welcome to the Impact Project interview series, where we explore inspiring stories about fitness, personal growth, and travel adventures. In episode 1, we sit down with an IFBB Pro and personal trainer to dive into her incredible journey, how she transitioned to working out for fun to taking the pro stage, the mindset shift that changed everything, and how community and photography played a role in her transformation. Let's get to it. This is the first interview for the Impact Project, so I'm glad to have you here with me, Yogi. And why don't you introduce yourself?
I am, first of all, so excited to be considered for this project and like being first to, be on a podcast. Like that's absolutely honor. So thank you so much for having me. So my name is Yogi, or my nickname is Yogi. I'm from Poland and I'm IFBB Pro and I love to shoot pictures.
Oh, awesome. So part of the Impact Project obviously is about, the fitness journey, and there's obviously other journeys as well, but fitness is a part of that. So what inspired you to begin your fitness journey?
So this is such a huge question, and the answer for that is not simple at all, because I was always some kind involved in sports. In Poland, I was a swimmer. Some people make me run. I did some triathlons, but it was all for fun. Here in America, I discovered gym because of my husband. So he taught me everything. And that was kind of like the push or the first step I did. And then I started competing for fun. I met some people who encouraged me to step on stage. And that was just for fun. But the moment I realized that I can be better at it, kind of like motivate me to do it for real. And reach for the stars. And I think that was it. So I think that's a process of, going through life with, okay, Andy's the first step, then people making me compete. And we had so much fun until I had this light bulb, ding, ding, like, hey, you can do this for real because you're good at it. And so I thought, okay, let's try it. It was over the years.
So when you talked about doing it for fun versus doing it for real, switched, like, what did you change? Did you change? Because obviously you're going to the gym, but did you do more exercises, or like what changed as far as the actual fitness routine?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing changed. Food is the same. Workout is the same. You worked as hard. One thing that changed is mindset. That's the only thing that changed. I was more serious, and I think that's another good change, because when I was, or doing it for fun, I didn't care to win. I didn't care for the outcome. When you are on a pro stage, you kind of want to win. And that's way different place to be. IFBB Pro is very hard stage to be on. So you cannot go with the mindset, I will win, because you won't win so far or so quickly.
Right. And again, that kind of goes into, in embracing the journey. It's
Correct.
not just the end result. It's the process of getting there.
Yes, it's so much learning. I mean, every show is a learning curve. You learn. I can't imagine like how much I learned from the very beginning to now. And now the pro stage also is teaching me so much, and being humble and being grounded and being consistent with work and believing, but pushing still. It's not about the results. It's about the journey and approaching the competition in a different way. So yeah, it's a constant journey and constant learning. Yeah.
That's good. That actually, you're leading me right into my next question, which is, how has bodybuilding helped you in your day-to-day life?
Good question. I think the consistency is the biggest one. The dedication and being strong-minded, definitely. Setting goal on one thing and pushing. Because you have to set the goal and you have to push, and your mind needs to be strong to do that. You cannot have setbacks. And the same is for everything in life. You need to be dedicated and you need to be consistent. to achieve anything in life.
Right.
Right.
I
So,
see in your stories you mentioned the non-negotiable.
oh my God, yes, that's for this year. Absolutely. This year, I promised myself, listen, there's a one non-negotiable I'm going to do, and this is cardio, because I haven't done cardio for almost a year. So I had to add something new. Uh, it, it Non-negotiable. I'm doing cardio every day, 6 times a week, I should say. For right now, non-negotiable. Doesn't matter what time it is. It needs to be done.
That is awesome. I with my own fitness journey, something that I'm trying to get up to. I'm actually trying to get up to where I can actually run a mile without stopping, without, having to, catch my breath. And
Yes.
almost there. I'm almost there. So I can do a half pretty good. And then I can, take a little bit off and then I kind of finish it up. And my goal is I want to get to where I can actually do the mile
I love it.
without stopping. So
That's amazing goal. And so I'm going to give you a little bit of time to practice, and then we're going to focus on 5K. And I want you to pick a race that you can show me a medal, because that's what I do with my clients. You pick a race, that's fine, but I want to see the medal, because, usually 5K has a medal. So.
Okay, interview's over. No,
that's going to be your next goal. Just watch, it's going to happen.
I won't put that aside. I won't discount that. So that is further than what I had considered. But again, sometimes in life, if you look at something, it's a good goal. Once you accomplish one goal, what's next? So
Exactly. And you're going to accomplish your 1 mile. I mean, this is something that we both already know it's going to happen, right?
Yeah,
it's going to happen. We just need time for that, right? Because we both believe in that, and you're doing it. So obviously, after that, we need a new goal.
Okay. Well, that might be a future video.
I'm excited. If you come to Arizona, we can do it together.
So that maybe that's a good idea. So
there you go.
Just not in the summertime.
Done deal.
Just not in the summertime. So okay, so obviously, bodybuilding, that's not your entire life. You got to balance some other things going along with that. You're a mother. So how do you balance bodybuilding with motherhood and with a career?
Very easy, actually, to be honest with you. Again, I'm going back to my non-negotiables. Workouts are my non-negotiables. That's something that must happen. It's not something that I think of, oh, maybe I will do it. Maybe I'll find time at the end of the day. Maybe. No. The first thing I do is workout, or the first thing I plan is a workout. Obviously, around that, I have to, pick my daughter from school, or drive her to school, or we go to jiu-jitsu, we go to swim school. The day is packed, but I need to have my work done. A day doesn't exist without me doing my work. So I focus on me, not the other way. Obviously, I'm focusing on my daughter 100%, but I'm not forgetting that I am also a competitor. I'm also Yogi, who wants to compete, who wants to be better, who wants to achieve something, not just a mom. I'm not identifying myself just as a mom, because I'm more than that. So it's non-negotiable for me to work out. If I need to do it at 11 o'clock tired, I'm going to do it. It doesn't matter to me. Non-negotiable.
I like that. We're gonna spread that word too. Impact and non-negotiable.
Yep.
Non-negotiable.
I like it.
And non-negotiable to take care of yourself and to look after yourself first.
Absolutely. So, I mean, it's since she was born. I mean, since before she was born, that was my lifestyle. Since she was born, hey, you're a little baby. I can still do my work. You can sleep. I can still work out. I can still do those things. Why would I limit myself? No point.
Right.
We have whole day. Sorry.
No worries. Do you feel that your dedication to fitness, do you think that rubs off on your daughter?
No, absolutely not. I have, since she is out of school, which is 2:45, the rest of the day is for her. Whether it's jiu-jitsu, swim school, whether we chill together, go for a walk, go to the playground, whatever that is. I never take away that time
Okay.
from her.
Actually, I may not have said that clearly. I meant to ask, does your fitness journey, does it influence your daughter?
Oh, absolutely. Oh my
Okay.
God. Yes. Yes. So, first of all, whenever I do workout at the garage, she's always with me. That's number one. Number two, when I do my cardio, she has her little bike. And actually, which is very funny, she requested about new fitness cardio equipment because the bike is already too small. So she wants something else. So we're going to buy like a small walking pad, kind of like a treadmill for her, so
Okay.
she can do her cardio. She did compete already in one competition, did very well. She placed, and she says, Mommy, I want to have as many medals as you. So let's compete more in different things. Today, actually, we spoke about running 5K together. I'm a little bit anxious about her doing 5K because she's not a runner. I'm not a runner.
So,
I'm not worried about me, but for her, it's a long distance. So, but we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna push it. And so, yeah, absolutely. I think I would love for her to continue as she's older, and then work out with me. But we'll see. We're not pushing,
right.
but it's just you want to be here with me, sure.
Right.
So,
And it doesn't even necessarily mean that she follows you exactly in your footsteps,
right.
but just
Yes.
the lessons that you learn,
Mhm.
from fitness, the discipline, that can kind of rub off into other things. So
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, just stay active, find your thing that you like, and then go for it.
so that's so amazing.
Mhm.
And moving on to something else. So we've known each other for a while, but there was actually an event that kind of brought us together. And when it didn't involve travel for me, but it did involve travel for you. Even the
Mhm.
photography was the goal, and that's one of the things that I combine is travel and photography. But that was something where you flew halfway across the country
Did.
to work with
Yeah.
a community of photographers, and that's where we met. So first off, I guess, like, what led to you making that decision? Because that's not something that everybody does.
Mhm.
I wish everybody did, but there's some people, they won't drive an hour, for a photo shoot, and
Correct.
I'm trying to get to every continent. So you
Yeah.
made it halfway across the country. What led to that?
Well, that was a very easy decision for me because, first of all, well, I didn't know what I'm going for, right? I didn't know what's going to happen really. I only had one shoot before, and it was amazing. It was just one day. I flew from DC to California. It was a great experience. The next one, the one we are talking about, was in Texas. So it was a whole 3 days. And for me, that's an adventure. But I think it was one of the most important and influential journeys I took because I met so many amazing people, so many amazing photographers and, fitness gurus like Olympians. And back then I didn't really know who are Olympians.
Right.
But yeah, it's kind of funny. I was like, oops, sorry. Um, the outcome, like being in touch with everybody till this day is amazing. Having that community of people, that you're connecting on an art level because, you guys are all photographers and we still are in touch. And that brings us to, getting to know more people from the community and being involved till this day.
And I do want to point out that she has not even mentioned pictures yet.
Yes.
Not even mentioned pictures yet. And I think
Yeah.
that's so amazing because
Yes. So because the experience is so fun, you're in a hustle, you are in a house of amazing people, beautiful women and motivated photographers who are creating art. And it's just an adventure itself. It's so amazing that like the Texas trip for 3 days, I would never forget. It's just so amazing. Picture wise, I mean, hands down, you're learning so much about yourself because I've never thought I can create pictures like that. I've never thought I can overcome some boundaries like shooting in lingerie. Absolutely not. For me, it's still very taboo and still very not comfortable. But everybody is making you feel so comfortable and so welcoming and so professional that you just go for it and you create art that you would never thought you can. Like To this day, I look all of those pictures, and it doesn't matter if we, it was Texas or San Diego or LA or whatever we shoot. To this day, every picture, I cannot believe this is me, because what magic you guys create, and I can be, part of it, and my body can do stuff like that is like, it's mind blowing to me. That's why sometimes, the Instagram is kind of like a testimonial to myself, like, hey, this is me. You did this. You created this. Be proud of yourself. And that's how I look at it. And that's why I also do pictures, because I want to be proud of myself, and I want to make sure that I remember who I was and what I have done.
Right. And I have a question. So out of all those shoots, I know we've shot a couple times one time on show day, 2 competitions, but then sometimes it was nowhere near show day. So like, how do you balance, like, do you value the show day pictures more, or do you value all of those? Like, how does photography play in your fitness journey as far as documenting it?
Wow. This is heavy question. This is a heavy question because before 2024, I still love the pictures that are like extremely, with me being lean, with me being almost show ready, showing my abs and showing, all of those things. I love them so much. But last year, I wanted to learn to love myself on off season. You still look good, but if you're a competitor, you know that you like being leaner and you don't want to accept being heavier. And I did plenty photo shoots last year, starting with Monte mid-year, and then continuing with Brian, and we did a few times meet, and I do it even with Brett. Like, I was like, whew, guru of photography, I'm not ready for this. This is not, my body is not near where I would like it to be, but you need to learn to accept your body. And that was my journey, to accept my body. So I still like the very, very cut and lean pictures, but you learn to love your body in a different way. And I think through photography, you can still look at it and be like, wow, no, I still look good. I appreciate myself, and, in every stage.
So is it safe to say that you feel that every competitor should do at least one off-season shoot a year?
Yeah, absolutely. Because you're going to be proud of yourself no matter what. The magic you're going to create. And let's say month, 2, or a year later, you're going to be still in awe how great you look. Okay, let's say you're in grandma and you're going to be like, why I was bashing myself for not looking 5% leaner when I still look great. That's how I look at it. I know I look good, but this is our mind playing tricks on us. So I said, yeah, absolutely. You should do it, because you should accept yourself, and you should learn to accept yourself. And through pictures, you can still see how amazing you look. Plus, the pictures are a magic. So, of course, you're going to look good too.
That's amazing. Great answer. A couple things. So what would you tell somebody who is just beginning their bodybuilding journey?
Have fun and create a lifestyle that allows you to be happy and healthy. Balance between, the right nutrition and workout that you like. Because, everybody wants to be a bodybuilder and going on stage. So we need to understand that for those people who want to be happy and healthy, the workouts will be a little different, not so intense. The food will be a little bit more balanced, not so strict. And I say, if you don't know how to do it, get yourself a coach who would understand that point of view. And then just create, that balance, that lifestyle that fits you the best. And don't overthink stuff. Just have fun with fitness,
Right. And you kind of led me into my next question. Obviously, not everybody is in it to take the competition stage. So what is one helpful tip that you would have for maybe something like me for my journey? I've kind of had ups and downs and was way down last year and really kind of got back the last 4 months now, trying to get back in better shape. And I've lost 30 pounds since September.
Wow. That's
And
amazing.
I've got a goal to lose another 30 before the Australia trip.
That's amazing. I think that's very common to say, just don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. Because you make a promise to yourself at some point, so don't fail yourself, Do what you planned and just don't overthink it. People like to overthink. And people like to, kind of like rely on emotions, rely on motivation. Just be consistent. Just have a plan and be consistent. I'm going to have to check on you on your runs.
I like
this.
That.
This is your non-negotiable.
Like that.
Make it like your non-negotiable, It's it's okay to take a break, right? But go back to it.
Right.
Don't give up on yourself.
And I think that's one reason I'm not really a big person on sharing things, but I do find, when I put out what I'm trying to do, it is a way to kind of help, one, keep me accountable, but then, and somebody, shoots a message, hey, I'm happy for you, keep it up, keep going. So by putting out my journey and sharing that, even though, like I said, no stage in the future for me, or I don't think so, but, just putting that out there is just really, really helpful.
And I think, so I'm kind of the same. I don't like to say what I'm going to do because I don't know myself. Hey, maybe the plans will change.
Tell me about a way that maybe your journey has inspired somebody else, whether you meant to inspire them or not.
Oh, you're coming with such a hard questions. Like, how would I know that? How would I know if I inspired somebody? How would I know that?
Has anybody, well, if somebody told you, if they said, hey, like you inspired me to do this, or I did this because I either saw you, or maybe even a post that you wrote. And if nobody did, that's fine.
Right. Yeah, I did actually get a message from a friend, and she says, listen, you're non-negotiable every day. Make me do something for myself. And she sent me a picture of walking pad, and I talked to her sister, and she's walking every day when she watched TV or whatever, when it's just time, she's walking, not sitting, walking every day. So, yeah, the little things. I think we have more influence that we know about. I never know if I do, and so I never know if my post has any influence. But sometimes you get that one message and it's like, wow, okay, it's all worth it. Let's keep going.
That was good. See, you had one.
I have one. I probably have more, but I just don't analyze it that way. I'm not sitting on it. Oh my God, I'm influencing everybody. Woo, look at me.
Right.
I'm more so very quiet and content and just.
That's the kind of person that you are, but it's always good when somebody is inspired, so
right.
whether,
yes. I mean, that's the goal.
Right.
That's the goal of what we do. Right.
So back to you, what's a milestone in your fitness journey that made you realize how strong you are, either mentally or physically?
Another good one. I think that's the moment where I realized that I can be more in a competition world than just a competitor that is winning. My journey starts, like I said, for fun. And I did probably 5 years of competing for fun every now and then. And it was very easy for me to win. And in 2020, when I won my Fitness Universe Pro show in Las Vegas, I thought, well, that was easy. I mean, I worked for it for a whole year with very, very specific mindset. I remember that journey very well. It was in my garage. I was very focused and very determined, and my mind had nothing else than the win, nothing else. But after that show, I thought, you know what? How about I play with the big boys? How about I change my federation and see how I do? And why not? What's going to happen? What's the worst can happen? So 2 weeks later, I went to Pennsylvania. I went to a local show. I did my first NPC, was second in the whole career, but first. This is like 5-year break. I won the show. I won the overall. I talked to some people, and I beat a lot of girls that had a very, very, very big coaches, like big names. And I thought, wait a second, maybe I can do this for real. And that was the point. That was the point when I realized that I can be more. I can reach for more. And that was the moment when I decided that I'm going to be a pro within the next year. And I coached myself, and I knew nothing about national shows, being a pro, nothing. This was my first NPC show, completely different than Fitness Universe. But yeah, I did it. I coached myself. I got my pro card in the third show. And the rest is a history.
Congratulations. That is so awesome.
Thank you.
And you do, in your fitness journey, it's not all just about you and competition. You are also a personal trainer. Do you want to talk about that a little bit and how you work with clients? And most of your clients are not competitors at all, correct?
Yes, most of them not. So correct. So my love to fitness had to transform to something from, working at a big box gym. I had to scale it down a little bit, and I decided to work for myself. So I work one-on-one locally, and I also work online. I have a lot of clients online. I actually currently have 2 ladies that wants to, 2.5, I would say, that wants to compete in the new Fit Model division. Yeah, they are very excited. We're working very hard for it. One is online, one is in person. And I am extremely happy for that, because every competitor so far that I had, and they reached the stage, because some of them didn't. It was too hard. They always place. Like my one girl, Margaret, she won overall in her, bikini. I had a wellness lady. She got a 4th place. I had another bikini lady. She also got 4th. So we're always kind of doing well, and the beginning stage of competing. But yes, most of my clients are lifestyle. That's what I'm saying, like something for you, lifestyle clients. So approach is a little bit different. Approach is a little softer. Approach is more understanding the client and going for what they want and making sure that they have a good life balance. Yeah, and that's what I do, and I love doing it.
That's cool. What's the business name?
It's Blueberry Fitness. Blueberry Fitness comes from my name, because if you translate my Polish real name to English, it's Blueberry. So, I'm kind of goofy. I couldn't be anything else. It's Blueberry Fitness. You can find me at blueberryfitness.com or Instagram, Yogi IFBB Pro.
It's so amazing. So, well, Yogi, this has been so great talking to you. I said we could probably, talk all day, but
we could. I know.
I want to kind of try and keep all these to about a half an hour, so we're right about there. But I appreciate you being here. Is there anything that I did not ask you that you either want to share on some of the things that we talked about? We talked about the pillars of impact. I think we covered all of them. So inspiration, milestones, photography, adventure, community, and travel. So I think we covered all of that. But if there's something that I did not ask you, feel free to share that out right now.
I feel like you asked a lot, and I feel like if I missed something, I'm sorry. But I just want to say that I'm very grateful for you and for what you're doing right now. Like, this project is amazing, and the journey we had before, and I know we're going to have moving forward, it's going to be incredible. So I encourage everybody to, try to do what we do and have some fun and have their own journey. Experiencing that is truly amazing. So I'm just grateful.
Cool. Well, congratulations. So you can now call yourself impacted. So you have been impacted by the Impact Project.
I'm so happy for that I can be part of this. Not to mention, the first interview. I hope I did well. I know I was kind of stumbling and mumbling with my words.
Oh, no, you did fine. You did fine. And like I said, we're not trying to win Oscars or anything. We're just sharing our stories and, again, hopefully inspiring somebody whether
I hope
they're trying
so.
to get on stage or whether they need to just lose a couple pounds like me. So
I feel like what I else want to add, because you asked like the inspiration at the beginning, I feel like everybody contributed to inspire me at some point because everybody brings something to the table. So started with my husband and then started with a girl who asked me, hey, do you want to compete? And then I met, a coach who says, go on stage for 10 days. So everybody kind of like pitched in to inspire me to be something bigger. And it's like a snowball effect or butterfly effect, right? Like you try it and you just go for it and you go for it and you go for it. And then something big happens. And I think being open-minded also helps. So I think that's what happened. But anyways,
that's
like you
so,
said, we
yeah,
can talk forever because
that's
just
so
the
amazing.
ideas are popping to my head now. I'm like, oh, I forgot to say this.
So, well, maybe that just means we have to do a part 2 later.
Ooh, I'm ready.
Well, cool deal. Well, Yogi, I do appreciate you being with us, and I hope that this is very, very helpful and inspiring for everybody that's listening and
I
watching.
hope so too.
All right.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Since I recorded my interview with Yogi, I actually completed one of the milestones that I mentioned at the beginning of the interview. I completed a mile run for the first time in a very long time nonstop. I'm super, super happy about that. It's about setting goals, pushing past limits, and embracing every step forward. If this conversation resonated with you, drop a comment and let me know about a milestone that you're working towards. Big or small, every step counts. Like, subscribe, and join the impacted community to keep growing together. See you in the next one.